Alright, what's up everybody? What's up? This is Shogun of On The Rise Radio. Guess what? We got an exciting show for you today. I'm going to tell you right now, this show is going to be off the chain. We got, I would say somebody that I would consider a friend, you know what I'm saying? Somebody came through the same channel I came through in life, and you know, what can I say? You know, it's like Kenny Brooks, and hey, what they call him is the salesman. You know, that's the thing about it. He is a bona fide salesman. If you ain't never been sold, guess what? Prepare to be sold. Right. Hey, what's up, Kenny? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Still getting better. You know the motto.
Right. You know, and you know, before we get all into what Kenny is about and where he came from, let me give you a little thing about. Let me ask you a question first, Kenny.
Yes.
When did you come into the game of door-to-door sales?
I came in like 2004, 2005.
2004, 2005.
Yeah, my daughter was born in 2005, so it was like 2004, yeah.
Okay. Now just to give a little bit, Kenny and me come from the same background. I actually came into business in, say, 86. I came into the door-to-door game. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, we both sold the same product. And one thing about it, I'm going to get into this, I wouldn't say a competition, but just to let you know how extensive the training was.
Right.
I want you to go ahead and give me your spill real quick. Then I'm going to come back with one.
Give you my what?
Your spill.
Oh, my sales talk?
Yeah. I want to hear that spill.
All right.
Hey, can I help you?
Hey, how's it going? You must be the one?
The one what?
The one that answered the door. Real quick, you don't gotta buy nothing. Let's talk to you today. You know a lot of your neighbors?
Yeah.
They said you was friendly and non-violent. Real quick, there's everybody with the Black Lives Matters, but I noticed you got this epidemic right here that's darker than me living free.
Well, I'm really not interested right now.
My mom told my dad the same thing, but 9 months later I was born. But can I say one thing before you give me to go to boot?
What's that?
If opportunity knocks on your door, would you take advantage of it?
I always take advantage of it.
This how it comes right here.
Right.
Concentrate. This can help you stay focused while you clean.
Yeah,
now you gonna spray this spray, you go back and forth like a leader.
Okay.
That's not too shabby, huh?
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah, if you had it, would you use it?
Well, I don't really do no cleaning. You know, the lady in the house does the cleaning.
Well, I know your house bigger than my whole neighborhood. It's M-A-D-E for the M-A-I-D. I'm from Detroit. My house so small, you gotta run outside to change your mind. But can I say one thing? What you do for a living? You must be a boxer.
No, I actually...
Oh, because you putting up a fight. Because most of your neighbors been bound with enthusiasm. They just appreciate my hard work and tenacity and stuff. And it's easy for you to turn on the TV and see young people doing negative things, especially with the world going on today.
Right.
So I know it'd be hard for you to take in somebody that's doing something positive, right?
Yeah.
That's the main reason why everybody's been getting to get rid of me special.
All right, hey, I'll take one.
You talking into it.
Now, you heard that conversation, right? Now, like I said, I come from that stage. I want to see if I still got it, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been out. I want to see if I still got it. Hey, how's it going there?
All right, how you doing?
Hey, you must be the king of the house, right? The one that makes all the decisions in the area?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Well, hey, my name's Leland. Hey, been talking to all your neighbors about this driveway out here. You know Mrs. Breckenridge, Mrs. Trues and Bowles in Philadelphia?
But I don't stay here, I'm just visiting.
Oh, but that's the best thing about this party. It don't stay where you want to go. Okay, see, the best thing about it, you can take it where you go. See, I'm going to ask you one question. Do you like saving money?
Yes, sir.
Well, take a look at this. Squirt on that dirt. See, I'm rusty, but I got a little bit. Right. But no, like I said, I had to just, you know, he's polished. Right. Me, I'm out of sync. You know what I'm saying? I got the 1980 model conversation.
Right.
He's got the advantage conversation.
Right.
But, you know,
that's still good though. That still was good though.
Yeah, I'm working on the skill, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying anything, but this is not about me, it's about you.
Right.
Let me ask you a quick question now. Since, do you still do the door-to-door business? So when I see these little skits of you and everything like that, is that old skits or something like that, or
no,
something?
It's basically like promos. It's like promos. Like it's basically for my brand, because my brand is Funny Salesman.
Okay.
So like I got the best of both worlds. Like they can book me to do promo videos. Like, because basically they call me like a walking infomercial. Because ever since the video went viral, like I'm taking advantage of what got me to where I am today.
Okay.
So like they call me like the new Black Billy Mays. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you might see me tomorrow doing an insurance commercial because I'm known as like the best salesman ever. But it started. The foundation was Advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So at the Advantage, like it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And I got goals, and my goals is like to be on TV, to do movies, to launch training sales courses. So that's my brand. Like I'm like I can get booked to do like seminars and speaking gigs because I done it before, to teach, train, and motivate like how I was trained. But also I can get booked to do like stand-up comedy because I do that too. You know what I mean? Them is just basically skits that we do because like that's my character.
Okay. So you're the funny salesman, not the brand, the character, and everything like that.
Right.
So let me ask you a question. What got you to take it to the level of putting it in the entertainment business as far as did somebody actually say, hey, you got a talent, let me show you, or why don't you do it this way or take it this way?
Right.
Is that how it happened?
That was really, but that was always my goal. Like when I first got into sales, because people don't know. Like I did, like when I first came to Advantage, I already had experience with sales because I did like sales when I was 12 years old. But I never took it serious. I only did it like I told my story. I did a podcast like 6-7 months ago. I did it with Brad Leah, and basically I was telling them the story like how I got into sales because people thought when they saw that video it was basically like how can you say it? It was basically like a setup. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I knocked on their door. I did my sales talk. They were like, all right, let's do it over and get on film. I said no, because you know how our training, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So it was really like improv, but they don't know that when you rehearse something and you keep practicing something that you love and you enjoy doing, it just come out natural. You see what I'm saying? But that all started when I was like the age of 12 years old. When I first did sales, I'm from Detroit and I had a paper route. You know what I mean? But I started off becoming a door-to-door salesman on an accident because I just had a paper route, like like when they got the red wagon and you just throw paper on the porches. Because I remember coming home from school one day and I grew like an extra like 3 or 4 inches. I went from like 5'3" to like 5'9", 5'10", down to 6 feet, and I'm like 12, 13 years old. So I'm like, I got to get into basketball because coming from we a product of our environment. Coming from our environment, we can get into any type of trouble. So I picked sports. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, let me play basketball. So I remember coming home from school and I asked my mother could she give me a pair of basketball shoes. She was like, I couldn't afford it. And I understood her because she had 6 kids, single mom, working 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, not only did I thought in the back of my mind like, I ain't gonna never feel like this again where I can't afford like cause back in the day it wasn't like about no George and nothing. It was just like some regular. They had Shaqs back in the day. They was like $20, $30. They had Stephon Marbury, or they just had some regular shoes. What happened is that I remember going to school because I was so dedicated to try to make the basketball team. I went in there with like some slip and slide Trick Daddy bowler ball shoes, and I was sliding across the court, and they was just laughing. But what happened was that my coach gave me another opportunity because he saw. So one thing that like I started with me at an early age was like the hustle, you know what I'm saying, and ambitious. Because I'm like, if that was anybody else, they would have been like, oh, I ain't doing it then. I ain't got the shoes, you know what I'm saying. So I still went. But what happened was that like, he who suffer remembers. I remember going, playing basketball and sliding, falling, you know what I'm saying? People laughing at me. I was humiliated. I was like, I don't ever want to feel like this again. So I'm like whatever you're looking for you. And I just learned all of this basically like getting involved, really tapping in with like my self-improvement and reading a lot of books. But at a young age, I noticed that like if you just stay positive and committed, it'll just fall through for you. Because at 12 years old, here it is, I'm walking home from school, right? And on the, them telephone poles, I seen like a piece of paper said it was like an after-school program where you could it was basically a paper route job. So I called the number and shout out to Mr. Robert Nice, and that was my manager or boss at the you know what I'm saying? And he gave me an opportunity. But what happened was that I went out there, we was like we had a paper route, and I ended up knocking on like the wrong person's door. Like what happened was that he canceled the subscription because they gave us like a little like catalog with people's addresses, and we can go back and we was throwing like the papers to those addresses. But what happened was that I guess he canceled the subscription and they didn't know it. So I threw the paper out, and he come out like cussing us out. You see what I'm saying? And me coming from Detroit, I'm like, I'm be honest with you, I was so positive that my friend, like my coworker, he like 12, 13. He was like mad trying to come. Like, no, I got this.
Right.
And I turned it to a salesman. I just baffled him with BS. You know what I'm saying? He's 12 years old. This is before I even got into ADP.
Okay.
So one thing that just helped me get even stronger because what was different from 12 years old, I just did it to get some shoes. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
When I was 19, 20, I did that because I needed money. You get my point?
Right.
So it was a whole big difference. But what happened was that, to make a long story short, I told him, I forgot what I told him. It was something like, can I ask you a question, sir? Because he came out like, why y'all keep throwing these paper on my porch? I canceled the subscription a long time ago. I said, sir, can I ask you one quick question? I said, we little kids, we doing something positive. If two of your kids was playing and one broke the glass, would you spank both of them? He was like, no. I said, well, you shouldn't spank us. Let me just call my manager and I'm gonna get him on the phone and find out what happened, and we gonna see if we can give you a discount or something. And then, you know,
you're 12 years old.
I'm 12 years old talking like this. And it's crazy. It's just like, that's why I say, I don't really, like, I read a lot of books and I done listened to a lot of salespeople when they had this debate, like, is salespeople born or made? And I felt like I was born to do this, because here it is, my son, like, he started doing the same thing. Like, I just posted a video of him earlier today on IG, is going crazy, but he was like 6 years old, you know what I'm saying? But his mom did sales, I did sales, you know what I'm saying? Because she started sales with me, like, back when we was like 12, 13, and then we met each other, you know what I'm saying, with advantage. But to make a long story short, he started doing the same thing, and he was selling.
So your wife sold Advantage too?
Yeah, well, not my wife, it was like the mother of my kids.
Okay,
yeah, like my first year.
Okay.
Yeah, like she sold Advantage too, down the
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, but what's crazy is that, like, she was a beast too, you know what I'm saying? Her high day was like 20, 21, and then at the time my high day was like 20, like, I don't even remember at ADP, but I remember I just took off, like, I took off before my video went viral back in 2010, 11, but after that, I just was like unstoppable, because it was like a cheat code. I was like Michael Jordan over everybody else, because they were just buying because I was already on the internet. You see what I'm saying? So I just go and take a picture, anything. They buying a case, 3 cold bottles, you know what I'm saying? So it was like cheating. It was advantage, you know what I'm saying? Over everybody else, and they didn't like that. But before that happened, how it got there, because you know, you got it's levels, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that what made me get to that level, I felt like, because like whatever you put in, that's what you get out. You know what I'm saying? When I first came into business, I didn't treat it like a job, number one. I just treated it like school, like an extra curriculum. I studied, you know what I'm saying? I studied my craft, you know what I'm saying? At the time, I did it because I really love sales, because like I said, when I was like 12 years old, I did it for like shoes, but I knew that I was funny. I had this personality, this enthusiasm that was just one of a kind. You see what I'm saying? At 12 years old, my friend even looked, he was like, oh my, he couldn't believe it. That's why I couldn't even finish telling you the story. But anyway, when I told him that about 2 of the kids broke the glass one, and then he changed, he said, you know, I apologize. You know what, I'll just buy, sign me up for another subscription, you know what I'm saying? And I ended up reselling. And it reminded me of, you remember, you saw that movie Blue Streak? With Martin Lawrence? And remember how, like, even though he was like a undercover crook, but the other guy didn't know it, but he was so fascinated with how he worked as a law enforcement. He went in bragging and telling all the officers, like, you should have saw what he did. You know what I'm saying? That's how the little kid went in there telling him, he's like, you should have saw. I thought we was about to have to fight. He went in there and changed his mind. And I'm looking like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And then they moved me up to a salesperson. You know what I'm saying? So I went from a door-to-door peddler, like basically like throwing newspapers, to a solicitor. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, to make a long story short, that's how that went. So then when I traveled and went out of town, when I met y'all, you know what I'm saying, when I was a new man, and I got trained by Mr. Davis and everything, Mr. Sellers and everything, I would, like, number one, my brother had told me about this job. My brother and like my basketball coach, they were like, you can do this free, because I remember it was like an ad. They said, and I remember Mr. Sellers used to always say this funny, he said, him and Mr. Davis, it was like, the ad didn't say travel for free, it said, are you free to travel? You know what I'm saying? So that was always funny to me. So I felt like, if this person pay my way, don't know me from a can of paint, I can't do nothing but get my best. You see what I'm saying? So I remember my first paycheck, what was different then, I was like, when I got there, I didn't have no money. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to travel. Number two, I always loved sales from 12 years old, from that experience, because that was my point. What happened was that I did it for shoes, right? This is my point. My first paycheck when I was 12 years old, I think I made more money than my mom was making. So I did it for like 2 years. I was helping her with bills. Shout out to my mom. You can ask her and everything. Like she already knew that I was gonna, you know what I'm saying? Cause she always told me, like, you just funny. You got this, you know what I'm saying? My grandmother, I was just like the black sheep of the family. I was like class clown. So I knew that when I went out of town, I said, man, I got to take this to another level. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to see how great I can become, and I'm going to see if I can really get into acting now. You see what I'm saying? Because most of my customers never bought for the product. You know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You sell yourself, they're going to buy. I'm not a prostitute,
yourself.
excuse my French, but you sell yourself, they're going to buy the product. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's how it went. So I knew that once I sold the sizzle and they bought the steak, and 80% of my customers always said, man, I told my, they didn't even know what I was selling. Some people, they didn't even know it to the end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was already sold just from the introduction. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I was like, you know what? I'm about to really, really have fun with it. And then it just became a numbers game. Then after that, I started studying a lot. I started reading a lot of books. And then, and that's what separated me from everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I love about that one Drake line. He said, while people was out partying, I'm trying to make music they can party too. Because remember, Saturday night, people are going to the clubs and everything. I'm writing one-liners down. I got 10 notebooks full of jokes. I'm reading all of these books. Zig Ziglar, Tony Robbins, Dale Carnegie, just reading all of these books, just getting stronger and stronger, getting stronger than the Holy Ghost. So I knew I was gonna be unstoppable for the customers. You see what I'm saying? And then that's how I felt like that video happened, because everything happened for a reason. I felt like it was like that was like the sales guy. He was like, you know what? You've been putting in all of this work. It's time for the world to see how you became. You see what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's a difference between gift and talent. You see what I'm saying? Because I had a gift because I got the gift of gab. But the talent part come in is like, I'm really funny. Like, I got the gift of gab because I know how to talk. You know what I'm saying? I know how to conversation with the
Not everybody's funny.
Yeah, but not everybody is funny. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people that, you know, we come from the industry with Sam, Glee, all of these legends. You know what I'm saying? Ron Bailey's, you know what I'm saying? All of these legends. It's some people I didn't even name. But they had the gift of gab. You see what I'm saying? And then I remember times that I go to the door with them, and like I told my, when I came and I was fascinated, they looked at like Michael Jordan of sales or Magic Johnson of sales, and I'm a new man. I'm coming in like LeBron or Steph Curry, and then when I go to the door with them, I'm like, wait, you have 46 sales, and this what you said? Oh, I know I'm about to beat the sleeves off you, because I know that I can say the same thing, but I can deliver it with excellence in a different way, and then I got the personality too. You see what I'm saying? Not taking nothing away from them, but I looked at it like, what's different for me is that I wrote down all of these jokes. I've been staying up all night listening to, watching cartoons, watching just funny stuff, my imagination kicking in. I got all, you know what I'm saying? That's how I went. So I felt like that's what really made that video happen for me. You see what I'm saying?
That's good.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like I said, I was in that business along with you. But like I said, my high day is 20. My high drop was 12. But you know, like you said, the Sam Bleeds and them, they writing 40 sales and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn. They out there moving and grooving, shaking the Vegas style in the profile with Mac Jones' neck out. So that's how basically you said it all the time. But I was noticing you saying about books you read. That's one thing that I agree. Like one book that's helped me with my climb in life, and I try to tell everybody this book, I've been reading it since 1985.
What book was that?
And that's All Mendini, The World's Greatest Seller.
Yeah, that's one of my
God's
favorites.
gift to this earth. No other man walks with me, no other man talks with me, because I'm God's gift to this earth. And that's what I just put in my head. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it.
I'll be honest, that was one of my favorite books, I swear. Like, and that's what really cause I'm gonna be honest with you, I knew I was always funny, but like what happened was that like one of my favorite scrolls was like, I persist till I succeed. Because a lot of people, they give up quicker than the cat lick they excuse my French, you see what I'm saying? But the whole thing is that they didn't know that the longer it takes you to get the sale, the closer it is to one. And that's how I used to be. I'll be funny and like have all these jokes, making them laugh, but at the end they wouldn't buy, so I start getting frustrated. Because people don't understand, like how you brought up your high day and all that, like, I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but like when I was on Miss Edwards crew, right? I remember I started like 2004.
Well, I was Mr. White at that time.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you was like GM or something like that when I first came in. To make a long story short, remember all the sales was one sale. And I remember my high day was 33 singles.
See,
and then
that's when you know when they sell.
I sold 33 people. That was my high day. And then I kept on calling because my first book though, Miss Edwards told me to read was How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Because I like my high day was like 19 for a long time, and the reason why I was because I was always funny, but I used to have this negative thinking. You know what I'm saying? I used to always be like, man, they racist. they, you know what I'm saying? Because we selling predominantly white. When I first read that book, that changed my whole outlook on everything.
Was you ever territory conscious?
Yeah, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? I had to work big house. I couldn't work raggedy home. You know what I'm saying? I could, because you know, different type of time. I couldn't work sales tea. I couldn't.
Okay.
But then when I read, that's what I'm saying, that book, because I like that book. Like, number one, it, like, the saying is your perception is your reality.
Yeah.
And I got that out of that book when I read it, because he said, if you want to gather the honey, don't kick over the beehive. And I'm thinking, like, if I want to write my quota, why would I say they're racist? If I want to write my quota, why I'm saying that I only can sell rich people. You know what I'm saying? I did not know. That's one thing about California out here. The smallest house, you know what I'm saying, probably got more money than, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't judge a book by its cover because you never know what's inside. You know what I'm saying?
They judge things,
right.
You know, and like I said, I can relate to that, you know, because I was the type of person, like, you know, I was like, man, give me a country road. You know what I'm saying? I go out there with them folks, you know what I'm saying, with the pigs and the animals play. You know, but the thing about it, you know, it's like, don't put me in apartments. I was like, no, don't put me in apartments. But the thing about it, I was like, had to get that type of thinking out of my head. Like I said,
honest, that's what really book saved me, man. I remember the thing, like, cause my background, I come from, like, you gotta remember, like, only reason how I stayed in school because of basketball. I really didn't like school. But when I got into sales, it made me love education and school all over. That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? Because they said if you want to have something from a dummy, put it in a book. So I know if I wanted to be great in sales, I had to educate myself. You see what I'm saying? Like, so even a dummy know to buckle up. So I just had to get in these books, and then that's how, like, I just, because I already had the sales, I already had product knowledge, I already was funny, had the enthusiasm, the personality. I just didn't have the self-conscious, the self-help, the discipline. You see what I'm saying? And that's where them books kicked in at. You see what I'm saying?
And I understand that because, like, say for instance, like I said, I was in sales basically my whole life. Everything I did was in sales. The last job I had dealt with, I was in security. But it was sales because I dealt with people. I had to de-escalate situations. So I had to talk. So I've been in sales all my life. So I understand, you know what I'm saying? Selling, like put it this way, you'll never be out of job. You'll always be employed.
Exactly.
That's like, you know, like even to the point where I'd go to school. I went to Cypress College to just learn more about sales, learn more. And that's what I do. And I see that that's what you do now. You know, because like I said,
shout out to School of Hard Knocks. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? That's why that saying is really true. 2 years of door-to-door is equivalent to 4 years of college communication.
Exactly.
And really, if you put it, like, if you just give your all, that's all you're going to need. And like I said, you'll never be broke again. And that's what I loved about, you know what I'm saying, sales, because, like, I mean, of course, I done struggled financially, mentally, and spiritually, but at the same time, like, when you find yourself, I feel like this business saved me and it made me find myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I wouldn't probably never came to this business, I'd probably end up, like, in a terrible situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't really understand. Like, I came a long way. They think like, oh, I seen them. No, you really don't know me from a can. Like, you just know me from a YouTube video. You don't know my background, my situation, where I come from, my circumstances. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know what mile I'm on.
Yeah, exactly. But so, like, and I it's just a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, this is a beautiful thing just to, like, come on here and like just get his message, because it's somebody out there that need, like, some type of inspiration, motivation, you know what I'm saying, counseling, because we all need it, you know what I'm saying, to each his own, especially with this going on in the world, you know what I'm saying, and that's why I looked at it, like, and that's what I'm saying, like, that's one thing I learned, because I'm big on, like, I got a management team, and we went to because I'm big on, like, law of attraction, because like I read The Secret book where, like, Bob Proctor, remember the video audio, and they got a Beyond the Secret too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, you know, them, because I went to the premiere of the movie, and it basically just made me look at life a whole nother way just off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever you put in, that's what you get out. You see what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with sales. If you got, like, stinking thinking, you ain't gonna succeed.
So let me ask this along with that. There are obstacles out there. Say, for instance, a young man like you, as talented as you are, and say, for instance, the things you do, the obstacles will come to you. Like, say, for instance, like you said, teaching. And teaching people. You know, sometimes a person will judge you and look at you and say, nah, don't think we want to deal with you. You know, do you run into that type of situation
all the time
with people?
All the time.
So what do you do with that situation?
I just keep going.
Okay, you don't.
I don't, cause like, that's why I was that's what my point I was getting to. I was like, what I learned is that what you see is not real. What you don't see is real. So if you don't pay attention, don't pay attention to that, cause that's in sales. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get mad at what you don't like.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As long as I keep giving my best and keep going,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? The law of average gonna work out for me. You see what I'm saying? So if you judgmental and you don't want to like take an interest in me, I'm just gonna keep it moving.
Right.
It's like sales, it's a numbers game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Jesus just, that's my favorite saying. That's what really kept me positive knocking on doors.
Right.
That last thing when they didn't buy, I said two things. Okay, we gonna see you around like a donut, and I said Jesus didn't sell everybody.
Right.
Why you think your neighbor across the street is a Jehovah's Witness? Your other neighbor is LDS. Your other neighbor right here is atheist. He probably is too, because you know, if I came to your door with a box of pizza, you probably wouldn't answer the door.
Right,
And you probably hungry right now. So the whole thing is that, you know what I'm saying? Like if you was hungry right now and you follow me to a restaurant, you probably still started there.
Right.
Just because your trust issues.
Right.
Like
right.
Drake made that song for you. But the whole thing, that's what I looked at it as, because I'm being funny, but I'm putting something on your mind, but at the same time, you know, you didn't affect me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
right.
I'm still keeping myself happy and going so I can get to the next door. But I'm
gotta admit, it's gotta be hard sometimes.
I promise you, though. Look, I swear, when I was new and then I was middle of the road, like from 2004 and 5 to about 2008 and 9, it was like probably devastating. It'll bother me a little bit.
Right.
But once I started, I'm telling you, bro, I swear, that's one thing that, like I said, my first paycheck, I remember, and Mr. Edwards, I was in this meeting, I remember he said, I feel like Mr. Davis said, when he used to hold the meeting, he felt like he was only talking to him. I feel like when he said this in the meeting, I feel like it already reached me. He said that I remember he said when he used to sell magazines back in the 50s, when it was segregation and whites only, colors only, he said he was writing this quota back in the day, right? And he said, so for y'all to be out here using excuses like they not buying, they racist, they slammed the door in my face and all this, he was like, I never, you know what I'm saying? I never went through that. Well, when I did, I didn't pay attention to it. He was like, so y'all are really soft, this new generation. Yeah. So I feel like, number one, he ain't gonna never ever have to say that to me, because number one, I'm about to read a lot of books, I'm about to really get involved in what I'm doing, and then number two, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be so positive that it's gonna affect the people that's negative to me. You get what I'm saying? That's how I had this episode that really happened, like called suicide. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, I knocked on a lady door, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's my goal. I got to get this TV show off the ground. It's called Door to Door Chronicles, because like it's 10 episodes that what I went through, but I made it funny. You know what I'm saying? Because I got kidnapped by Indians. I swear to God, like real talk, I got kidnapped by some Indians out here in California, in Temecula, right there, Pachinga. You see what I'm saying? And I quit with ADP. Mr. Ellis will tell you. And what's crazy is that what don't kill you make you stronger. You know what I'm saying? Because I really quit my sales job, and then right after that, I sold Jamie Foxx, and then the YouTube happened. You see what I'm saying? People don't understand like how that video even happened and where it came from. But to make a long story short, I say that to say this is that I felt like when he was talking to me, he was only talking to me because I felt like when he was talking about being positive and reading books and how you can't get affected about what's going on. That's carrying on right now with the issues going on with the Black Lives Matters, with the police brutality, because everybody can't, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a black man, you see what I'm saying, like you a black man, I got kids that's black, you know what I'm saying, African, like they gotta grow up in this type of world, but like I come from a city of Detroit, where it's like black on black crime all the time, like we've been like #1 murder capital and everything, and people don't talk about that, you see what I'm saying, so I feel like if I'm not making a difference in the world, you know what I'm saying? Then why I'm only making a difference in a speech, in a statement about that? You see what I'm saying? But one thing I understand is that that's why, like, I'm glad that I got a platform now where I could be able to speak and be able to be this leader, not just for my family and friends, but for like whoever listening, my fans, the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that it's an issue that's going on in the world, but it's like I have to pay attention to it. You see what I'm saying? And the only difference between that and like my city, I want to do the same thing for my city. Like, I feel like if I can't do that for my city, why would I speak about this? You know what I'm saying? That's sort of like a hypocrite. You see what I'm saying?
I understand that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why, like, and I feel like that people don't understand that like this door-to-door industry got me to where I am today. You see what I'm saying? Just not giving up. You know what I'm saying? Like just hanging in there like shingles and drywall, just like beating the pavement in, just blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, it was times that like I couldn't even call my kids when I had a slow day. I done slept under the bed. Like I tell you, I have a hotel bed. When I had a slow day, I would not sleep in that bed. I would sleep under the bed. People don't understand this. You see what I'm saying? Like I really that's how bad I wanted to win.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Understand exactly.
Like so it was like you know what I'm saying? That's why I say I feel like everything happens for a reason, and that's why. And I still got a long way to go. I'm not nowhere close to where I want to be. But that's why I say that like like that's my goal. My goal is like. Cause right now, like shout out to Jahan, cause like that's why I'm in California right now. I'm shooting a movie with him. Yeah. I'm doing like podcasts. I'm doing some promo skits and everything. Okay. I'm doing this show. I got a lot of things going on, but my number one goal is that I want to get this door-to-door chronicle off the ground. You know what I'm saying? Number one, that way people they'll look at door-to-door a lot different. You know what I'm saying? Cause when I went to the doors, that's not how it was. I'm a black guy in a predominantly white area, and they judgmental. I remember this one lady. I swear I was selling this one lady. True story. And she was like, let me go get my check, right? And her daughter come back. Her daughter come back. She like, what are you doing? Like the whole time I'm got her mom and everything laughing. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm out here selling village charm personality. I'm just waiting on the teenager to come back. I'm still flattering, got personality, everything. She didn't break a smile or anything, right? You know, she come back with her mom come back, like she's like, hold on one second. I guess she went and told her mom don't buy. But her mom came back. She's like, I'm sorry, my daughter said we can't buy from you. She just saw you on First 48, so I'm about to call her. I swear.
First 48.
I said, wow, like, it's been so many things. Like people that thought I was a black Jehovah's Witness. Like they thought like that's what I'm saying. That the video that happened, the lady thought I was gonna break in her house, bro. Like,
I would give you an example of a situation. Like I said, I understand. I can relate to all this that you're telling me because it happened to me when I was knocking on the door. I was knocking on the door. And I was called nigger through my whole sales conversation.
Hey, you gonna love this episode.
She said, nigga, does it clean this? Nigga, will it clean this? I mean, this is the old lady. I was like, she was an old lady.
Was she white?
She was a white old lady.
She
called me nigga through my whole sales call. But the thing about it, I ended up selling it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
we gotta put that in the episode. Cause true story. I got an episode. That's what I'm saying. I got 10 episodes. And one of my episodes, and you heard of Bobby Womack, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to his grandson. His name Dave Womack. He out of Vegas, right?
Yeah.
He shot me. He just did my docu-series somehow.
Is that right?
Yeah, we worked on it. Yeah, he's super cool. Like
I used to go to Vegas a lot. Do stuff up in Vegas. That's actually where I started.
Yeah, he did my docu-series. I just talked to him a couple of days ago because he just ordered some of my merch because I just launched my merch and stuff, and he was basically saying we gotta. But I was telling him about my episodes because he said he was gonna help shoot because we was gonna fund it and everything. But the whole thing is that I just got done writing it and everything. I got because I've been writing it for like 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? That's what really got me out of door to door to take that serious. Because I feel like if I'm running a company, I'm still going door to door. I won't have time for myself and for my family. You see what I'm saying? So to make a long story short, I got an episode called The N-Word. I swear to God. I swear we was in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And if you know Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, that's like the KKK compound. That's where I came up with the KKK joke and everything. Like I started saying, don't shoot just the KKK, the cool color kid. Because experience is the best teacher. I remember getting out the van, and I promise you, the first door I knocked on, dude didn't come out with a gun or anything. He just came out and said, look, first of all, my whole where you're at. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, we had a meeting. Like, you know, like, every other state, California, we have a meeting on, like, you got to have personality. That show. Out here, you know what I'm saying? It's Hollywood Mecca. You got to have personality. Right. You know what I'm saying? We go to Oregon. Oh, they green. You got to tell them about, you know, it's environmental. Every state, we got to adjust. When we go to Coeur d'Alene, we had a meeting on, now you know they're racist, right? Now you know they got KKK out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking like, this ain't gonna affect me. Right. So the first door I knocked on, dude come to the door, I promise you, he said, get off my porch, nigga. I said, what that nigga, he only $5. He started laughing and brought a bottle. I told him he didn't shake my hand or anything. He told me to get off this porch, go knock on his neighbor door. When I go knock on his neighbor door, he gonna put the bottle on a sidewalk. He said he gonna put the money on the sidewalk. Right. He said after I knock on the neighbor door and get the money, leave his bottle right there. Right. He said, I'll take some of that nigger juice. I said, what is this, bro? True story. That's what I'm saying. I said, this is a story that USA Today loves today right now as we speak. Because I'm trying to tell you, I've been watching all of these shows that's going crazy, getting all of these views, like Storage Wars, you know what I'm saying, Borders, you know what I'm saying? And if they got a show like that, why can't they have a door-to-door show? You see what I'm saying? That's hilarious, funny, people already familiar with, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then it just changed people's outlook on, because I promise you, like, people don't understand the highest paid people in the world besides actors and entertainers is salespeople. I done seen some people that knock on doors got more money than some of these entertainers out
And the
there.
thing
You know what
about
I'm
it,
saying?
I was in the business for 18 years.
Right.
Door-to-door sales.
Right.
I was in that business 18 years.
Right.
And then after I got out of that, I went into car sales. After I got out, I got into real estate sales. You know, and then I got out of that, I got into selling insurance. I mean, everything I've ever did as far as anything to get where I went is through sales.
Exactly.
So
Man,
I respect
love
the
it,
sales
man. It's
game.
amazing, man. It's just a journey, though. It's just so much. What I love about it the most, you never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
I swear, like door to door to me is like 2020. But it's like in a good way to door to door.
Right,
Because you never know who behind that door. Like I never know what I'm gonna wake up to today. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I was gonna wake up to Kobe gone.
Right.
I didn't know I was gonna wake up to all of these people leaving. You know what I'm saying? Too soon. You know what I'm saying? COVID. Like you gotta walk around. People like just imagine you gotta like. I tell them I'm in Target today. They think I'm about to rob the place. I'm like, no, I'm here trying to. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to.
I told you you had to come in and get
I'm like, golly. I said, do I gotta go like this for you to know I ain't about to rap? Do I gotta do that? Like they over there ducking. I'm like, what is going on? Like you know what I'm saying? It's like it's amazing, bro. Right.
Ain't gonna get twisted.
Yeah, like right.
But I understand, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the thing about it was, like I said, I respect so much about you. Like I said, I've known you for, like I said, years.
Right.
And like I said, we have not.
One thing you can say is that you saw me come into business as a baby. I can't remember. When I met you, I was like 19, 20 years old. That was like 10, 15 years ago. You see what I'm
But I
saying?
seen where you took
Yeah,
it,
like
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Right.
I mean, like, there's times I told my son, my 11-year-old son, he's actually the DJ station, and I told him, I said, guess who's coming to the station today? He's like, I said, the funny salesman. He's like, what? He's on you. He's on Twitch. He's on not YouTube. TikTok. Yeah. I showed him. I said, I used to tell him. I used to show him. This is what I did. This is what I did. What he's doing here. He knows it. My 11-year-old knows it. He watches it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing about it. You, like you're saying, you want to help people. Right. That's the thing about where I'm at in life, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, my son, he's 11 years old. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. He's not in sales, but guess what? He's the vice president of all this right here. Because that's where you start teaching and training.
Exactly. That's what we need, that foundation. Right. That's what I was telling my son today. Like, I gotta have a platform for you. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like every like that's what I said. Like I got two boys, and I feel like I know Michael Jordan probably at the end of the day he was probably mad when he didn't have another Michael Jordan Jr. that didn't do what he did. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's a blessing though that like you know what I'm saying.
Have you heard the rumor though? What? That what's the old boy from Miami Heat? That's
Dwayne Wade.
No, the one that was just
Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
They're trying to say that's Michael Jordan. I see the.
I thought that was Jamie Foxx on the Dragon. He was just like
some people just say some shit.
Yeah, they just say some
low key because the way they put it, they said Michael Jordan's mad because his other two sons were only a certain height. Right. But he's the same height as Michael Jordan. Right. And he looked, I was like, this is like so much shit that goes on.
That's like, I would have never, I swear I would have never thought of nothing like that.
But that's what was on the internet. I was like, man, what the hell? Sometimes people just wake up and say, I gotta figure out what to do. There ain't nothing to do. Right. You know, it's just like, you know, let me ask you a question on this. We talked a little bit about it, you know, you spoke on it, but give me your real insight on what you think of the Black Lives Matter movement that's going on right now.
I feel like it brings awareness and like I like the Black Lives Matters, but like I feel like that we can do more like than what we doing. You see what I'm saying? Like if we gon' cause like a pair of lips to say anything. You know what I'm saying? Right. It ain't all about just protesting and you know what I'm saying. We need to do better as leaders. Cause while all that was going on, we still wasn't protecting Black Lives Matters. Cause you still had people getting shot with gorillas, people still dying. You see what I'm saying? You had riots going on. You had all this breaking in stores. You know what I'm saying? All of this type of craziness going on. And then, I'm still talking about, I was just in Houston for like 2-3 months. You know what I'm saying? I was seeing so much. I'm in the inner city. Right. I wasn't in the inner city, but I'm just seeing what's going on. I was in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I done seen like now I'm in LA now. I'm just seeing what's going on. I'm like, like it's a good thing, but at the same time, what is we doing as one?
Right.
As one, you know what I'm saying? As we separate, it look like we separate blacks from everything else. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now it's like I had a conversation with this one guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to say his name, but he was like, "What about Brown Lives Matter? What about, you know what I'm saying? He's Spanish though. You know what I'm saying?" And I was like, "See, that's what I'm saying. You taking it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like." I can't explain this to you because you won't understand where we come from.
Right.
You won't understand what we going through. You see what I'm saying? I never seen one time that a Spanish dude got killed by police. You see what I'm saying? Police officer. You know what I'm saying? They had the Rodney King beating out here. You see what I'm saying? They had the, you know what I'm saying? They had a whole bunch of stuff going on. But the whole thing is that, like, cause I'm from Detroit where Malice Green got, you know what I'm saying, got killed by police. You know what I'm saying? Brutality and everything like that. So I understand what's going on, but at the same time, like, like it's young kids that murdering like kids, you know what I'm saying? Detroit, you got 15-year-olds killing kids, you got, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like back in the the only difference right now than back in the day is that it's cameras now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because back in the day they had Rodney King, they had Malice Green, all that, but they didn't have social media like they do now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's bigger than what we think, but the whole thing is that as we coming together, as we helping each other, I'm talking about as one. As we help as one. Because I'm telling you, like, it's like, it's sad, bro. It's sad. Like, all the way from, like, to the Breonna Taylor situation, all the way to the George Floyd, all the way to, you know what I'm saying, to all the other people. To Tamar Rice, you know what I'm saying, the Michael Browns, and the list go on and on and on. So I understand with the Black Lives Matter, but, like, as a community and as one, as a family, is it us versus them? Because that's what I'm, you know, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
So let me ask you, since speaking on that, what do you think of the situation with Ice Cube? When he's doing, I guess, he's got a thing going on with black people, and Trump actually got involved with it. What do you think of that situation?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I seen a little bit of it, but I've been so busy filming and stuff that I really, like, I promise you, and I know I'm like kind of threw up because I'm like, damn, what is going? Because I seen it, but I didn't really see it. It was something about like sports, right? Where like, he got the big three, and he was saying something about
three and everything like that.
And it was talking about the sports thing, I think, right?
Like he's like talking about he don't care what party would support him as far as helping blacks.
Right.
But everybody's looking at him now because Trump is the one that's basically promoting Ice Cube right now, is on my side and everything like that.
Trump is promoting who?
Ice Cube is, I guess, making it seem like Ice Cube is supporting Trump because Trump, what he did.
That's what I'm saying, like everything, that's what I'm saying, like I promise you, like one thing that I don't like talking about really sometimes
race,
like,
religion, and politics.
They told us that. You feel me? Because you gonna always have somebody that ain't gonna speak the same language and they gonna understand. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I was just at home, I had a big debate with my little brother. It would have went viral. I swear to God. Cause he's like, man, I love Trump, man. And I thought about it, I said, you know what? I really don't got nothing against him. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I don't the business part, he killing it. You know what I'm saying? That part, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a businessman with the tax and everything. But then when it comes to like some of the stuff he do, because they was on Kanye West.
Right.
You feel me? When he had to Make America Great Again.
Right.
Then now he worth $5 billion. It's like they taking, I don't know, if Trump making billionaires now. I'm like, that's like,
that's what they, yeah.
I need to say,
Kanye West Ice Cube. But
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna be like, oh, he's a sellout. They already said it on my video though. I swear to God, I be reading my comments because I be studying my video. You know what I'm saying? It's like when LeBron them lost that one time to Miami Heat. They had to go look at their tapes. Like, look, how can we be better? How can we not lose again? So I had to go like, how can I make another viral video? Okay, I can't say the same joke. Okay, I gotta stop degrading myself. Okay, I gotta stop talking about black. Whatever you do, it ain't nothing you do. Look, you notice that?
Right,
it's always gonna be something. Like whatever you try to critique it, it's always gonna be a problem to somebody else.
Right.
Oh, he was too pushy though. Oh, he used cuss words. Oh, he's too loud. You see what I'm saying? Like, damn, nothing is perfect. It's like
you can't please everybody.
Since you unsatisfied, get you a Snickers and then watch the video.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? So
I have a listener on here on the social media here. You know, it's on Instagram, and he is saying that it's a contract with Black America. That's what Ice Cube got going on. The contract with Black America. Now, the thing about it, you know, like I said, we're gonna leave that alone because, like I said, that could be a never-ending story.
Right.
You know, but as a father, you said you have 2 sons, right?
Yeah.
What do you talk to them, being that everything's going on right now with the community, as far as, you know, our young men that are, you know, being profiled, and what do you tell your sons?
Just pay attention and be aware of everything. Because they are, number one, my kids, like, and that's one thing with social media, it's like they already see it. Like, some of the stuff when I'm talking to them about it, they already know. You know what I'm saying? They just don't understand it. So that's where I come in at. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, I let them know, like, it's sad that, like, but I've seen that on television, like, the little kid was just outside playing basketball, shooting hoops. And a police car drove by and he ran in the house. Yeah. I was like, damn. Yeah. And I had showed my kids that. I said, now that's sad. You see what I'm saying? Like, whenever, like, you gotta run in the house, it was times that it was protect and serve. Right. Not shoot and run. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about shoot basketball and run. Yeah, they do the same thing. It's like shoot and run.
And see, that's
like
why I
run. You know what I'm saying? Like, but another thing too, I'm be honest with you, all police officers not crooked, is it? You know what I'm saying? So I understand that.
Police officer.
Yeah, so I understand that part. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's what I told. I said, okay, we were slaves. I done ran into racist people and all that. But just cause, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the saying, just because she's a prostitute don't mean you should rape her. You see what I'm saying? Just because some police officers is bad, you shouldn't look at all police officers that they bad. You get what I'm saying? Right. Like 2 wrongs don't make a right. Right. Like, so I understand that, but like at the same time, it's just sad when like we can't do nothing about it. Right. And like on here, this one guy ain't gonna cut you off. He says he teaches his kids discipline, respect, and love. That's what he teaches his kids. Exactly. You know, and like I said, you know, my second oldest is in law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? Are you serious? Yes. So it's like, you know, he got through the academy when all this stuff starts blooming. So my thing about, you know, like you got all the bad officers and you got the good officers. Right. I told my son, I tell him every time I talk to him, I say, keep your head on a swivel. Because right now, you are not looked at as a serve and protect. You're looked at as an enemy in some people's eyes. Right. So you must be aware of everything, you know what I'm saying? And he's like 22 years old, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man. And you might even know his mom, Angelina Lark. Wow. Yeah. Miss Lark? Yes. D'Angelo, right? D'Angelo, yeah. That's he a police officer now? Law, yep. Wow. Yeah. Dang, I remember him when he was a little kid. That's crazy. You're old, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Dang, yeah, that's crazy. That's what's up, man. Dang. Yeah, but I tell you, hey, you gotta keep your head on a swivel, you gotta watch everything. And one thing about never sleep, like, he's always wanting to help his little brother and stuff like that. And sometimes he'll talk to his little brother and I'll be like, hey, get your mind focused on what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I'll take care of the little one. Right. You know, because that's the important thing that I would say, being that, you know, you have somebody that's in law enforcement in your family. Because like I said, my brothers, I got brothers, cousins, and uncles that are all in law enforcement. Right. So it's right now, it's like I'm telling them, hey, y'all got to be careful out there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's wild. You know what I'm saying? I think with some situations too, if they was to even like spread like the Black Lives Matter of the word like that, they probably lose their job or something like that. You know what I mean? Right. Because like while you telling them that they is aware of what's going on and they know their situation, and then they is in the same like they in the same force. You see what I'm saying? Right. So it's sort of like when you like it's like one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch. You get what I'm saying? Like you know, like with a company, like say we knocking door to door, and we know me and you don't steal, but I done been in a company where somebody stole somebody's check, and then I knock on the door, and they think I'm, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's they filming you wanna like they recording you on social media now, like oh don't buy from these guys. We had that situation in Hawaii. I've seen that many times. It's like that's how it looks to like the police enforcement right now. You see what I'm saying? And that's the same thing. It's like why we're stopped so much in neighborhoods, because like I said, when I knocked the doors, we had stopped, but we wasn't harassed to the point I was like, God. Like, matter of fact, Mr. Timothy Burgess, he had a video, and he was filming, and the law enforcement, the police officer was checking his people and everything like that, they in the neighborhood and stuff like that. I'm like, man, it's crazy out there. They taking vans away. Yeah, like, hell no. Right. You know? Man, that's sad. Yeah, I understand, man, it is. You know, but like I said, I'm glad as a father you teaching your kids and everything like that and getting them to understand, and that's what's important.
important.
Of course, yes, sir.
Now, you know, before we get out of here, because like I said, it's a pleasure having you on here. I need to know, tell the people where they can find you, where your social media, tell them everything that you want them to get in touch with you if they want to find out where you at.
Right. Well, first of all, I'm all on social media. Basically, TikTok Funny Salesman 1, Instagram Funny Salesman by itself, YouTube The Brooks Show 1, Facebook is Kenny Brooks and Funny Salesman. I also just launched my merch. It's called TheKennyBrooks.com. It's on my Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's on everything. I got new merch, Funny Salesman brand. Like hoodies. Next time, I mean, when I'm back out here, I just got some ordered too, so I'm ordering it right now, so I'll be able to like probably give you some shirts and we got masks, everything. You hear me, Mr. White?
Yeah.
So I'll be able to. But yeah, that like I just launched my merch and everything. It's about to be crazy. So, but that's where you can find me at. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, I gotta say, it's been a pleasure having you in here. Like I said, this right here is going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Twitch. You can see the interview. Hey, one thing about it, like I said, this young man, I've watched this climb. Like I said, I've known this man when he was 19 years old, came in the door-to-door game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for some people that, you know, don't understand the door-to-door business, I do understand it. And I know what it can do for you because it's done miraculous things for this young man, and it's still doing miraculous things, you know. And do you want to say anything about the movie you're going to be in that's coming out, or is it still hush hush?
Yeah, well, shout out to Jahan Jones. Basically, he got it's called He Married That. He's got an all-star cast, a whole bunch of names. It's gonna be hilarious. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hilarious. I don't want to say too much because I don't even really, you know what I mean? I don't really want to give out too much information. But it's an all-star cast, and it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be extra funny. I don't think I ain't seen like with this type of concept that he got going on. He's a genius to how he put this together.
Right.
He got like old school comedians with new school comedians.
Well, that's
with
what I
social
heard.
media.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
The
like,
lady I heard was on set yesterday. You know, I'm not gonna say her name.
Yeah.
She was on set yesterday.
Yeah,
Like,
he got. It's crazy. It's gonna be dynamic. I think it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. So hey, this is Shogun of On the Rise Radio. This is the salesman here, Kenny Brooks. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta keep on remembering, it's the funny salesman.
Yeah, funny salesman.
Funny salesman, Kenny Brooks. And hey, I gotta say it's a pleasure. Thanks a lot. And hey,
Appreciate you for inviting me, man.
welcome to the family of On the Rise Radio. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all out there, y'all have a good night, and let's thank you for coming in.